Narayana. Salutations, welcome, respected sadhakas. On career, gratitudes to you for being with in the study of this lengthy, profound Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, at the most of which people dare to study some excerpts of that, not the entire thing. We have taken up to study every shloka, every prasanga, as it is for everyone, for us also. In the beginning, it might have given us some feeling of difficulty or heaviness. But now, in our these few days of study, we are getting the understanding of it, taste of it. More importantly, the great joy and contentment that, thank God, we have not missed it to study this Shastra. Put it on. Are you there? Recording on. Wish and pray that we are able to do the entire study without any obstruction in between, and also get the benefit of studying this. Let us look into the 12 Vyaktitvat in us, which we have to make Vikasita blossomed every day. The attitude of the Loka Sevaka and doing Seva through our Dharma, depending on our age, position, placement. Attitude matters. So I am the Loka Sevaka. Then Dharma Sthavaka, the Sanatana Dharma. Then the Viragi from this world. Narayana. Then we are the Bhaktas, the Shishyas, the Mumukshus, the Jignasus. Then we are definitely the Shrotas, the Adhyatmika Sadhakas. And we also are ready for Parishrama. We are ready with our Prerana. And we discover while doing all that the faith, because we depend on, discover the peace because we have the faith in the Paramatma. Then the six sources for us, the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, to keep us informed all the time. The Gurus to inspire and put us on the path all the time. The Devatas to empower us. The Mother to give us Sattva. The Lord to remove the obstacle. Finally, the truth, the Brahman to reveal. So at least once a day remember them, and to any one of them consciously when we add, we are not wasting the day or the whole day. थोड़ा तो हम काम कर रहे हैं. Thank you. Welcome. Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayam. First Vairagya Prakaranam. 28th Sarga we are seeing. Just maybe 10 shlokas are there. Sarva Bhava Aviratha Viparyasa Pratipadana. To all bhavas, micro and macro, they all are worthy of having virati towards them because they are unreal, ephemeral, changing. So Rama is putting in front of us the truths, the facts which he has observed and understood. He got Vairagya. We also have to get it and then seek the permanent, seek the eternal. In fact, the next 29 sarga also, after Sarva Bhava in general, Sarva Padartha, ANAASTHA Pratipadana will be there in this short chapter, next one. So, these all are such an essential things for us, though heavy to study and digest, but then that is the only way that deeply it enters into our heart about the limitations of the world, then we stop pursuing them. Like the children. When they are too fond of eating the junk food and all, or too much playing in the hot summer, etc. And when you tell them stop, वो सुनेगा नहीं वो. आप उसको ले जाओ कहीं अस्पताल में, where children, because of that heat stroke, they are suffering so much. isn't it? Or those who, because of eating this wrong food, have got all the problems, diseases. When you show them those examples and all, they feel, yeah, theek hai yaar, nahi karna. Isn't it? That is how we have to do. So to the children onwards only, some of them, पिछले जन्म का daridra, whatever prarabdha, they are fond of eating that non-veg. Then stop. How to make them faster? You should not eat. Then they won't eat. That is anyway there. In fact, all of you should go to that place. Those who eat non-veg, where these animals are so horribly killed, butcher house, whatever. The pain of those animals, the dukkha. And imagine if somebody is killing us also and eating, how it looks like. How abominable it is, how terrible. Then that desire will go away. So to those who are addicted to drugs and drinks, take them, or addicted means wanting to have, take them to those rehabilitation places where people who are addicted are so much suffering there. Also to the children of 15 years, 16, 18, show them the people of 28, 30, 40, 35 without job, how they are struggling because they didn't study well. Isn't it? Now tell them तुम्हारे वजह से बेरोजगारी होएगी. Then they will just study. No, we have to inspire them by showing, giving them positive. We also have to protect them from the negative by showing its adverse effects. This is the way we have to inspire for positive and withdraw in away from the negative. Even not only children, you and I also. Why this Bhavishya Purana? Why this Garuda Purana? All that Narakadi are shown to us only to tell that ये मत करो. And है भी वो लोग जाएंगे भी हम वहाँ अगर करें तो पाप. Here also Rama is painting in front of us the not so good picture of the world, which is true. He is not manipulating. Seeing which we will reduce our slavery dependence on the world. To that extent, we are freed from wrongdoings as well as the bondage to them. एक ही तरीका है माँ, please remember. A person may be highly talented, intellectual, and doing great works, or he may be an upasaka, doer of yajnas. Therefore, positively only, he can get all higher, greater things. But even all of them are endful, perishable one day. So उसमें से भी हमको विरत होना चाहिए. केवल परमात्मा प्राप्ति हेतु only our life. These are the chapters of this text. Inspire us in this way to give up worldly life, take up spiritual life. Let us see today's shlokas also. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yerime Guruvi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarvasashastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Apadam Abhartarandatam Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमनुगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां ज्ञान भक्ति योगादि मोक्ष मार्गाणां प्रक्रियाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपराणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्य साधक सेवक उपासकानां जिज्ञासूनां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर साधना सेवा शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादीनां द्वारा समस्त विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठया विश्व संरक्षणा पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे ये शत्रवः तेषां सर्वेषां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तदाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ अष्टाविंशः सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच। So just to bring to our awareness the things that are happening in the world, doing which we discover world to be not trustworthy. So our imaginations, projections, runnings behind the world, like running behind the mirage water, which we are doing now, is reduced to the extent not only we are peaceful in ourselves, not only we are avoiding our unnecessary future miserable births of bondage, but we are making ourselves available to the Guru Padesha, which reveals the truth to us, gaining which we are permanently liberated. So yesterday we were seeing the verse number 32 onwards. प्रागासीदन्य एवेह जातस्त्वन्यनरोदिनैः सदैकरूपं भगवन् किञ्चिदस्ति न सुस्थिरम्. See the truths, certain Bhagavana, some the Srushti real sutras, Srushti Rahasyas also is just revealing. योग वासिष्ठ में बहुत सारे the unknown, generally unknown सृष्टि रहस्यास are revealed. See this one, yeah? Pragasid anya eva iha. In earlier life, we were somebody, something else, somewhere else we were. Jatah to anyaha naraha dinaihi. But now, after leaving our whatever was the earlier body, dinaihi. In some days, months or years, whatever, now we got this one. Totally different from that. शरीर से लेकर all the set of things, beings, relatives, objects, सारे अलग हो गए. Now, how we might have wasted our earlier life by attaching to so many things and beings who never came with us from that life to this. So, to in this life, let us be wise. That whole setup will change in the next life. Let us not have any entanglements with any things, beings, and objective world. And earlier life, we lived some days, we left the body. Some days it took and we got this. This also some days we leave it again another. In this way it goes on. And then Sada Eka Rupam Bhagavan Kinchidasti Na Sustira. Sustirata se Eka Rup mein nothing is there in this world. Starting with our own Sharira. Then so to the other people, their Sharira. Then our own Indriya Mana Buddhi. Their own Indriya Mana Buddhi. So to the Jagat, the objects, situations. Nothing is Sustira. Then it should click to us. That which is Astira, how can we have Shraddha in it? That it will give us the Stira, Sustira, Sukha. You know, this is what is the sixth sense or intuitive power. Comes to us when we respectfully study these Shastras with devotion to the Shastra, to the Lord or the Guru and the disciple there and the Rishi who has given us. ये शास्त्र में वो अद्भुत शक्ति है. बस वो क्लिक होना है हमको. When we are regular, serious, sincere, it will come. It started, it has to become more conspicuous and deeper to our own selves. That I know I am, as a result of studying these Shastras, getting so much of positive transformation in myself. With regard to world, now I am non-reactive, non-covetous, non-desirous, calm and quiet. My mind is longing toward the truth and reality more and more. Conspicuously, we must know. My meditational depths and hours are increasing. My other sadhanas also are becoming streamlined, systematic. Now there's no more any vagueness in my life as to what to achieve and what to do for that. All these things become clearer by the intuitive inner power coming to us by the grace of the gurus and devatas when we study these sublime, beautiful shastras attentively, seriously, sincerely. Once that happens, every sloka, every topic starts revealing such a divine, beautiful things. Just like, in those Chandamama stories, we have seen that this very Garib fellow, somehow served that Mahayogi or Muni. Then seeing his sincere service, that yogi said, चलो तुम अभी गरीबी में हो, चलो मैं तुमको रिच बनाता हूँ. करके then he sends him into, let us say, gufa or any cave. And there he finds hundreds and thousands of the golden things, the diamond things, the ornaments, etc. सारा ज्वेलरी ट्रेजरी अगर मिल गया मानो उनको, कैसा होगा उनको? It was already there, but he didn't know. Yogi has directed him towards it. So too these shastras have the precious jewelry type of revealing knowledges every श्लोक में. When once the कृपा comes to us, एक एक चीज में से हमको इतना बात समझ में आने के कारण तृप्ति आनंद आने लगता है. I am to seeking that Baba for me. The treasure of beautiful, that bits of wisdoms that are there in every shloka should go into the heart and make me dance with ecstatic joy of this jnanam, बौद्धिका as well as sadhana and अनुभव. मैं तो कर रहा हूँ, मेरे लिए आप भी कर लो. सो सुस्थिरम न एवं, हाँ, न सदा एक रूपम भगवान किंचिद अस्ति न सुस्थिरम. Even between the birth and death also, nothing remains as it is susthira. Isn't it? The Sharira Sthiti, Indriyamana Sthiti, outside the financial Sthiti, the government Sthiti, and Sthiti of our relations with the people and their attitudes towards us. नहीं रहता हो. At one age we used to think always कि इतने लोग बंदे दोस्त मित्र बंधु होंगे तो इनके साथ पूरा जीवन कितना बढ़िया चलेगा. कुछ नहीं होता. Everybody will leave us. We are alone again. कुछ भी सुस्थिर नहीं इधर. Therefore, स्थिर is परमात्मा. Hold on to him. Same way, घटस्य पटता दृष्टा पटस्यापि घट स्थितिः न तदस्ति न यदृष्टम विपर्यसति संश्रुतौ. देखो, घटा pot becoming the pata, the cloth. Pata the cloth becoming the pot, the घटा. इन साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी में तो क्या क्या बदल रहे. yesterday I saw what is it, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सम ड्रेसिंग कपड़ा. विचित्र वो बना है कि देर आर बटन्स, यू कैन प्रेस देम, देन एनी डिजाइन द क्लोथ टेक्स शेप कलर. इससे अद्भुत क्या है. इट इज अ क्लोथ ओनली बट मेड आउट ऑफ दैट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक थिंग, व्हाट आई डोंट नो. दैट देर आर ऑप्शंस. यू कैन चेंज द डिजाइन ऑफ इट, कलर ऑफ इट एज यू वांट इट एनी टाइम. जस्ट लाइक दैट. So ghata becomes pata, pata becomes ghata. And then he says, second line is, therefore, na tad asti na yat drishtam viparyasya samsrutahu. Samsrutahu, in this samsara, yat drishtam, that whichever is seen, none of them are there which are not going to be viparyasya, become totally contradictory, opposite to it. So the born opposite of it going to die. The blossomed and fresh opposite of it going to वही called मुरझ जाएगा और वो गिर भी जाएगा. Isn't it? That called viparyasa, becoming opposite. घट पट बना, पट घट बना, दोनों विपर्यास है ना. That's an example. So शत्रु मित्र बनना, मित्र शत्रु बनना. Isn't it? खाना ही पॉइजन बनता है. ज्यादा खाने से या ठीक हजम नहीं हुआ तो. Like the thousands of examples. So beware when such things happen. Accept it because this is the way the world is. But you should therefore understand that nothing is trustworthy in the world other than Paramatma. So start focusing more and more on Him. Hmm. There is nothing which is seen in this world which do not become opposite. विपर्यास नहीं होता है, ऐसा कोई चीज नहीं है इस जगत में. The one who understands it, when the things become the other way, do you think he will not anymore suffer? Because मेरे को पहले ही पता है. है नेचुरल सी वाइफ न्यूली मैरिड. अब कितना प्यार होता है एक साल के लिए. हाँ बाप रे, दे थिंक वो स्वर्ग हो गया हमारा जिंदगी. Everyone who marries, 99% except one dushtas, 1%. But viparyasa, है ना, unknowingly only within few years, too much of familiarity के कारण they start disliking each other, their egos become stronger. Viparyasa. Both the things again they think, अरे पहले कितने प्यार से थे, अब क्या हो गया. या जैसे कि ऐसे लड़ने के लिए क्या मैंने उनसे शादी कर ली तुमसे. विपर्यास. Children so cute up to the age of 9 or 8 or 10 years max nowadays. After that, they start becoming independent. And how they start fighting with the parents. Viparyas. Especially the girls, no respect to the mother. Viparyas. Isn't it? Everywhere. Boss. इतना अच्छा पहले थे. धीरे धीरे he starts becoming angry. So to the subordinates, so honestly working, but thereafter they can't. Then all other personal abilities of शरीर एनर्जीज हमेशा नहीं रहते हैं, विपर्यास हो जाएगा. The inspirations in the mind, intellect would not be the same all the time. याद रखना इस बात को. Our and anybody's emotions cannot stay the same all the time, and the things of pasand cannot stay the same all the time. They change. Therefore, don't use this language of तुम तो पहले ऐसे थे अब ऐसे कैसे हो गए. We are also changing. Others observe it. Our priorities change. Our requirements change. Our desires change. Our goals, aims change. विपर्यास होता है हर एक चीज का. Change and sometimes opposite only विपर्यास. है ना. Spendthrifts can become miser. A miser can become a spendthrift too. A lonely person can become that one who goes with hundreds of people. और the one big groups में था वो अकेला बन जाएगा. वो घूमने जाने वाला बंदा एक जगह बैठना शुरू करता है. एक बैठने वाला घूमने लगता है. Very hard working person suddenly loses all the interest and becomes lazy. So why we are given variety of examples? Because na tadasti yat drushtam na viparyasyati. There's nothing in the world, in the seen world, which doesn't change and become opposite. Nothing in the world भगवान ने कहा. इसलिए हम सारे एग्जाम्पल ले रहे. We took the example of our own upadhis. We took the examples of the people around and the world in general. Be prepared. And not new for us. 15 साल के में उम्र में राम ने फ्यूचर का इतना सोचा without his experience that much. But we have gone through more than Rama, our age. राम तो 15 साल के थे उस समय. In our own life, we have seen people who loved us. Now, where are they? They don't even remember us. Viparyas, those who respected us. कहाँ है वो? Some of them have become opposite to us only. You know, जिनके ऊपर इतना प्रेम ट्रस्ट होता है वही हमारे शत्रु बनकर they try to चोरा भोंकते हैं पीछे से. ये सब प्रारब्ध है, ये सब मिथ्या है. Each are different standpoints. But to get the Vairagya, Bhagavan is showing us the Viparyasa happening. Next, Tanotyutpadayatyatti Nihantya Srujati Kramat Satatam Ratyahani Nivartante Naram Prati. So, Ratriyahani, like the day and night, comes to the human beings. In the same way, for the human being, all these things also continuously come and go. Tanoti means the spreading of it. The opposite of it is kunchita bhavati. So to utpadayati, that production, creativity. Then atti means consumption. Then nihanti means destruction. Again asrujati, again it is created. So expansion, contrasting. Birth, death. Enjoying and losing everything. No enjoyment, etc. This way, one after the other, like the day and night, night and day, keep on coming to the human being, these things also happen. We correct now? And then, atti utpadayati, atti means eating. एक दिन इतना घर में बढ़िया सा खाना बनता है और एक दिन बनता ही नहीं. एक दिन इसलिए लोग फोन करके बातें कभी 10 दिन तक nobody calls us. In the business, 1 month or 1 financial year or 1 quarter, so much of profits and all. Other इससे ज़्यादा नुकसान. That is the meaning of tanoti, utpadayati, atti, nihanti, asrujati, kramat. Tanoti, utpadayati, atti. These are the main. The opposite of this. Tanoti is expansion, then opposite of is contrast. Utpadayati, creation, the opposite of is non-creation. Atti means enjoying, the opposite of is miserable. Non-enjoyment. ये होता रहता है नरम प्रति. ओके, नाउ कंटिन्यू. अशूरेण हतः शूरः एकेनापि हतं शतं प्राकृताः प्रभुतां याताः सर्वमावर्त्यते जगत। हो बाप रे, भगवान जो क्या क्या सत्य हमारे सामने रख रहे। अशूरेण हरः अतः शूरः, है ना भाई। एन अशूर पर्सन, the one who is not powerful, valorous, by him the shura is killed in the world. अशूरेण शूरः हतः, वो घोटाला करेगा वो, है ना, सुपारी खिलाएगा या विष पिलाएगा या वंचना करेगा, अशूर के हाथ में शूर मर रहा है। अदरवाइज शुड नॉट लाइक अभिमन्यु, what a powerful fellow he was, Shura. All others were not as powerful as him, but then they all covered him and पीछे से भोंक कर उनको मार दिया। Here, Ashuryan Athashuras, like I told yesterday in one of the classes, very important point. In whole Vedantic Shastras, Granthas, even Puran इतिहास, एक बात बताते हैं ना तो उसके इर्द गिर्द सारे हमको समझना है। अशूरेण अतः शूरः, everywhere, like in the Indian system of the democracy and all these third rate things, the Ashura means actually not only Ashura but they are Asuraha. By them the Shura are killed or they are not given the power. Ashurena Shura. Who was to become our first prime minister? बताओ क्या होता था दुनिया इंडिया का पूरा, if the Patel ji has become prime minister, पूरा भारत देश how many thousand times better it would have become because of his patriotism and all of that. But he's hata by the Ashura because somebody was mesmerized and blackmailed and all that. वहां से लेकर in how many examples you can see. Politics में हर एक जगह पे, in every way. In another is the reservation system, the third class system to destroy any of the nation. Introduce a reservation, then you can destroy the countries. They won't grow. बिकॉज हाल निकम्मों को पोजीशन दोगे और जो कामयाब या जो अगल वाले हैं then they are बेरोजगार। तो अशूर न शूरः था, that is example. Like that individual level में, total level में we can take all these examples. Actually Shura should finish the Ashura. The Shura is Satya, Ashura is असत्य, बट असत्य सत्य को हरा रहा है कि नहीं? So the Sanatana Dharma is so great, but अशूर शूर सत्य हार रहा है, क्या करे? ये होता है दुनिया में। You know, in so much of backstabbings, because of which the great people in our country were not allowed to grow. How many examples you take? The whole history is opposite दिया गया हमको, जहां भी देखो सही हिस्ट्री तो 90% छुपा है हमको. Only the negative people are shown as great. You know, those days the media or all these informations were not known to us. देखो जो पावर में गवर्नमेंट में दिल्ली में या स्टेट हेड में होते थे, क्या क्या करते हैं वो लोग सारे. You know, the true Deshabhaktas are suppressed. True economists are suppressed. You know, true scientists are suppressed. True sadhu santa mahatma are suppressed. Ashurena tashura. Then, ekena api hatam shatam. See the vidambana. By one, the 100 are killed. You know, आजकल का दिन तो यही है. By one person, hundreds are killed. See the terrorists. एक जाके he will do that suicide bomb himself, hundreds thousands are killed. Or one bomber, what missile is shot, how many hundreds are dying. You know, the latest machine guns, 10 guns. You know, in 1 minute they can shoot 900 bullets. So 1 minute में 900 बुलेट मतलब 60 में 900 मीन्स कितना हो गया है? 1 सेकंड में 15 बुलेट. 1 सेकंड में 15. All the commanders who are around the Prime Minister of India, they all have these guns. These 10 गुना ज़्यादा, all those people, you know, the Korean, the American, the Russian presidents. Russian president is the most protected. And their people have all this weaponry, I'm telling, which can attack and finish. एक 100 को मारता है, एक ही ना तशूरा. Isn't it? It can be anywhere, you know. एक ही ना तशूरा means by accident पे हो जाएगा. The train driver properly, I was inadvertent, not alert. Then the train की पटरी निकल गई है, एक दूसरे को लागू गया. In last 1.5 years, we have seen in India at least 4 or 5 such train tragic accidents. No, hundreds died. Ekena hata shatam means that's the meaning. In many other ways, that the contractor did not build the building properly with correct material. The whole building collapsed. 100 people died. है ना, इन ए होटल और मैरिज में, कई स्कूल में. वो एक बंदा जो खाना बनाने वाला, he had added a negative thing or the food was poisonous. Hundreds have got admitted to hospital and dying. How many examples? एक है ना शतम हतम, एक है ना भी हतम शतम. Not only in the army fighting. There are some doctors give wrong medicine, people go on dying, hundreds. ये कोई भी किसी भी फील्ड में. Here hata means not only killed but suppressed, not allowed to grow. हतम का अर्थ वैसा हमको लेना पड़ता. These dictators, etc., dictators, they do like that. Then prakrutaha prabhutam yata. Oh, worst thing. The most prakruta people who have not got any samskriti, culture, tradition, or maturity, or education, or wisdom, they become prabhus. ये तो भारतवर्ष के लिए बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल. The Anguta chaps become MLAs, MPs, chief ministers in Bharat Mata. Not only that, the ones who are big criminals with hundreds of cases against them, they will pay money, take the ticket from any party, and then they do the prachara and डरा के धमका के ईवीएम वगैरह को तोड़ के या rigging करके, like in some places. ईवीएम का भी rigging, how terrible in whole Hyderabad. I think in the whole world, nowhere it must be happening like that. Even in the Islamic countries, ऐसा नहीं होता होगा. The way it is done. Earlier it was booth capturing and all. Now whole EVM capturing and all. Prakrutaha praputam yata means all this. That's the reason because of which the countries don't grow. Prakruta include those who don't have the vision. Remember, the present government has a good vision for future Bharat. Some places anything lacking, others can supply. But I can really trustfully say no other individual has that great vision for Bharat. They can't conceive, उसके लिए अलग मेटल होना पड़ते हैं अंदर. They can't, उनका दिमाग उतना ही नहीं है. जो भोगों में फंसा रहता है, जिंदगी में पावर का कांक्षा होता है ना, they can't conceive. The one who is right from beginning, देशभक्त है, सेल्फलेस है, शुद्ध अंतकरण वाला है ना, भोगी नहीं है. ऐसे बंदों को पूरा विजन मिलता है. The others cannot. डे बाई डे दे में रूल, वो तो कैसा भी चलता है, वो रूल क्या करना है, जो लोग अपना काम कर रहे हैं. बट विजुअलाइजिंग कंट्री फॉर 25 years, 50 years, 100 years, 1000 years, we should need that type of leaders who can look for future and work in the present. The amount of 10 years progress which I have achieved, would have not achieved in 100 years also otherwise. मैं बता रहा हूँ, every place. एवरीबॉडी थॉट ये पार्टी आएगा सिर्फ हिंदुइज्म को आगे बढ़ाएगा, कुछ नहीं. एक्सेप्ट डूइंग एनीथिंग टू हिंदुइज्म, एवरीथिंग फॉर द कंट्री दे हैव डन. फॉर द हिंदुइज्म राम मंदिर दो चार काम हो गए बस, उससे ज्यादा और क्या हुआ. पूरा मंदिरों का पुनः निर्माण, पूरा संस्कार हुआ क्या देश भर में? ब्राह्मणों का कोई उत्थान हुआ क्या? शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन हुआ क्या? नथिंग हैपेंड फॉर हिंदूस. ट्रू हिंदूस. But for the Desha, it has happened. We need that. Hindus need not worry. They know how to grow in life. Khair. So point is prakrutaha prabhutam yataha. In this way, sarvam avartyate jagat. In jagat, that way, everything goes on changing, changing, changing. This prakrutaha prabhutam yata, भगवान खुद ही कह रहे, तो मेरे तो हैरान हो गए देखकर. How Lord Rama protect that, he just could see about the future, what's going to happen in Kali Yuga. Foresee. Predicted. Next, Janateyam viparyasam ajasram anugacchati jadaspanda paramarshatu taranganami vavali. So tarangana vavali, as the waves crescent of go on changing. In the same way, Yam Janata, the entire humanity, Ajasram, continuously, Viparyasam Anugachati, they also have totally contrastingly the opposite changes they go through. Jadaspanda Paramarshat, because of continuous their contact with the Jada Vastus. है ना? Jadaspanda Paramarshat. They go on changing. Again, this is also Rama's prediction for the Kali Yuga. तभी का वो कह, मतलब इसमें क्या एक रहस्य है, बहुत सुंदर रहस्य, कि इस विजन at that age of 15-16 itself was so vast, so deep, so all inclusive. There seems there is nothing he has not understood. This led to two things. One, he became extremely detached. Therefore, the gurus gave him Ramagnana. He got it. But more beautiful thing than that is what? Ki after that, when he had to rule the entire country for 11,000 saal, all this knowledge has helped him. Just like our present Prime Minister. The 12 years of being a Chief Minister helped him to be a successful Prime Minister here. And those 12 years successful CM, it helped him, he could do it because of his association right from beginning with the great patriotic organizations. And he's serving the Mahatmas and he's traveling all over the country and seeing the situation of it. Rama has seen all of this. Therefore, he saw to it that he will only rule the whole country as long as he is alive, or his children, brothers, their children. He did not give power to Prakrutaha. Because Prakrut Prabhu ban gaye to satyanash kar denge wo log. So to be the Jadaspan Samsparsha, Ajasram Jana Viparyasam Agachati. Therefore, he did not allow the Jada Samsparsha to the people. He always kept the people in contact with the Chaitanya. That's why in a Treta Yuga, every day, everywhere, continuously the yajnas go on happening, with which people also are in touch with their Chaitanya, because when you are acting, you are in touch with Lord. You are allowing the divinity, the Chaitanya, to express through us. So too, through that yajna, the different devatas, the Chaitanya Sarupas, they were always invoked. त्रेता युग यज्ञों का युग था पूरा. अब यहाँ क्या कह रहे? When the jadata means once we are attached to the objects of the whole jada, viparyasa means what? The love between the brothers, between the parents and children, between friends, वो सारा hatred बन रहा है because the attachment to the jada vastus, which is a way in Kali Yuga. Things and vastus have become important, people have become secondary. That's a famous quotation. People have to be loved and object has to be used. Now the objects are loved, people are used. विपर्यास हो गया. isn't it? So she asks for some gehena or sari. He can't afford to bring. Then she becomes angry with him. विपर्यास हो गया बेगा जड़ा वस्तु मैं चाहती हूँ we could not afford. He did not give me. But the neighbors have all that. Is not that in today's world, if two countries are fighting, only for jada vastu only. कोई पैसे के वास्ते, कोई जमीन के वास्ते. How about some these things? See how Rama's clear vision. And that's why 11,000 years he ruled in such a way there's no complaint from anywhere. Ramaraj. Next. बाल्यमल्पदिनैरेव यौवनश्रीस्ततो जरा देहेऽपि नैकरूपत्वं कास्ताबाह्येषु वस्तुषु. Every shloka is contemplation worthy at least for 1 hour. We are spending hardly 5 minutes in trying to understand the literal meaning. इस तरह से हमारे बुद्धि का जो ना वो सारा मैल जो है all that rustedness of the intellect has to be removed and it has become empowered every day with the wisdom. The amount of jnanam the Mahabharata, the Bhagavata, Yoga Vaashishtha give when we study every day. The opening of the intellect. No text can give. Means these shastras are for that purpose. They are lengthy, big and bulky only for that purpose of continuously empowering our intellect with as much as wisdom that's possible and that is available and that's required. नेक्स्ट वन देखो बाल्यमल्पदिनैरेव यौवनश्रीस्ततो जरा देहेऽपि नैकरूपत्वं कास्ताबाह्येषु वस्तुषु. तो बाल्यम अल्पदिनैः एव. Very few days the childhood. Khatam. Then Yavanashri. It is even faster than the childhood that it gets ended. Tataha jara. Then comes बुढ़ापा. वो जाता ही नहीं. जाएगा कैसे? Then see the Rama's expression about this vidambana कि देहे भी नहीं करूं तत्व. अरे our own body is not in same room all the time. का आस्था बाह्येषु वस्तुषु. Then how can you have आस्था on the outer vastus that they will have the same thing every time? They will be always the same. शरीर का ही कोई ठिकाना नहीं कि एक तरह रहेगा. तो how can you expect the outer objects can remain same all the time? This line I liked. Dehepi naikarupatvam. When the ekarupata is not there in that body, of its stability. Not only from the childhood to the youth age to middle age to old age, but the other things of health and ill health, energy or no energy. ये सारे भी आप देख लो. तो देह का ही एक रूपत नहीं है तो बाह्येषु वस्तुषु कास्ता. How can you have asta in the objects which are continuously under the influence of the time to change? And another thing, even if the objects remain same, our body is changing, therefore it will not respond the same. It cannot receive it the same way. Sugar, sweets remain the same all the time, but as our body is old, becoming old, is it not the consumption of sugar creating the diabetes, etc.? वही वस्तु जो मीठा था अब वो बीमारी का कारण. The body itself is so much change. How can you expect the worldly things? Okay. In the same way, kshanam eti, kshanameti vishaditam, kshanam saumyatvamayati, sarvasmin natavan manaha. So now about the mind a minute. Ki kshanam ananditam eti. A moment it is so ananda. And joyful and peaceful and celebrating. The mind is a moment. Kshanameti vishaditam. The very next moment, something tragedy it remembers or it does something nonsense, something happens around it gets identified with that. In a moment, it becomes Vishada Yukta. Thousands of examples can be given. I am just cutting short all of that. Left to you, think about the examples. Kshanam Anandita Meti, Kshanameti Vishadata. For various reasons. Happily you are traveling, कार स्कूटर में और कोई दूसरा बंदा थोड़ा आगे ठोका भी नहीं, बस इस तरह से ओवरटेक. Immediately that ananda goes away, you become vishada, dukhi. And wonderful food husband made, you are eating, anandita meti. Then while eating also or later, some discussion argument came. Then he did not listen what you said. Immediately dukh ho gaya, vishad aa gaya. क्षण क्षण में. Then child says, "But Mama, I got the Naukari. Anandata meti." But immediately says, "But not here, or that place. I have to go, leaving you." विषाद हो गया एक सेकंड में. A lot of logics here. Ananda always is like a kshana, but immediately the vishada comes. That's another way of seeing it. And actually, also sometimes it happens. Momentary tragedies. क्षणम आनंदिता में थी, क्षण में थी विषादता. बढ़िया सा खाना खाया, आनंदिता में थी. But overeating, body could not receive it or digest it. विषाद हो गया, indigestion, vomiting and all, or gas formation or headache. This is called as within after eating sometime there is विषादता. Examples कुछ भी ले लो. In that way, क्षणम सौम्यत्वम आयाति. This mind, sir, some moment it is saumya bhava of sattva guna, calmness, peace, love for all and all. In the very moment it was karkasha. सौम्यता जाकर the hardness comes and then he says पूरी दुनिया को तबाह करके रखूंगा. तो क्षणम सौम्यतमायति क्षणम सर्वस्मिन् नटवन मनः. This is how the mind, like natavan, the dancers are the cinema actors, how their emotions, all of them, according to each scene continuously keep on changing, mind also changes. तो ऊपर के श्लोकों में about the world बताया, ऊपर के श्लोक में body का बताया. In this shloka the mind is spoken about viparyasa. The whole sarga is about the viparyasa. सर्वभाव अविरति विपर्यास प्रतिपादनम. सारे भाव निरंतर विपर्यास को पाते रहते हैं, इसलिए डोंट हैव रति, हैव विरति. Not have avirati also, have virati. Virati means vairagya. Avirati means attachment. Avirati and rati are same. V is the word in between. Rati, virati. Done. क्षणम सौम्यत्वम आयते सर्वस्य नटन मनः. देन देखो अब ये जो है विधि ब्रह्मदेव को भी डांट रहे कि इतश्चान्यत 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 अयम विधि रचयन् वस्तु नायाति खेदम लीलासिव अर्भकः. सो इन दिस वे इतः चान्यत इतः चान्यत means in this place or that place, this time or that time, this being or that being. In this one description, then what is that? In this place happiness, that place dukkha. In this place dukkha, that place happiness. So to this time sukha, that time dukkha. This time dukkha, that time sukha. So to this being sukha, that being dukkha. Again this being dukkha and that being sukha. Continuous. Here it's beauty, it's an ugliness. Here there's creation, there's a destruction. Here there's success, a failure. Here is मिलाप होता है, लोग मिलते हैं और बिछड़ जाते हैं. तो इतश्चान्यत 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 अयम. इन दिस वे विधि ही भगवान ब्रह्मदेवान वस्तु रचयन, creating the whole world like this. Na ayati khedam. He never becomes kheda yukta. Neither he gets fed up nor he gets tired. Leela suiva arbakaha. Like the child is so busy in playing. एक के बाद एक खेल, एक के बाद एक खेल, वो खेलता ही जाएगा. वो पढ़ो कहे तो he'll become bored. But when you tell him to play, इतने सारे गेम्स बच्चे खेलेंगे. ब्रह्मदेव also उनके लिए खेल है. इतश्चान्यत इतश्चान्यत इतश्चान्यत. And न खेदम आयाति. Kheda means dukkha. Kheda means thakad. Kheda means regret. Kheda is feeling bad. He doesn't. He's going on doing. Itaha chanyat, itaha chanyat. यहाँ जन्म हुआ, उधर मरण हो गया. यहाँ सक्सेस हो गया, उधर फेल्यूर. और इसी को यहाँ सक्सेस हुआ इस समय, आफ्टर सम टाइम इधर ही फेल्यूर. The itashchana is, that's what we discussed so far in this sarga, viparyasa. ठीक है नहीं? Very vichitra. One place so many floods and tsunami type of situation because heavy rains. Other place पूरा drought. There is no पानी का बूंद भी. See इतश्चान्यत इतश्चान्यत. एक जो इतना अनाज उग रहा है खाना वाना. You know, in today's technology, every of the crops, चाहे फलों का, सब्जियों का, चावल आदि का, कितना बड़े पैमाने पे ग्रो कर रहे हैं. So technology has grown so much, and in the quick harvest as well as harvest in a big quantity. And yet there are how many countries in the whole world which are suffering with lack of good food? The South African countries, आधा से ज़्यादा तो उनको दिन में 2 वक़्त खाना नहीं मिलता. Even now at this modern time. Everything. Even now in such a high-fi buildings and towers and such a roads away 6 by 6, 8 by 8. But again you see these tribal areas. वहाँ तो बेचारे हर दिन न्यूज़ आते हैं कि ये गर्भिणी स्त्री को वो क्या कहते हैं ना, वो झोले पे लेके आए 6 किलोमीटर हॉस्पिटल के लिए करके. दैट प्लेस इज कॉल्ड सम स्पेशल नेम इट इज गिवन. वहाँ कुछ टेररिस्ट है, मतलब वो नॉट टेररिस्ट, नक्सलाइट्स वगैरह रहते हैं ऐसा जोन्स, जो भी हो. तो इतश्चान्यत इतश्चान्यत, हाईली एजुकेटेड दे आर देयर, स्टिल इलिटरेट आर देयर. ये ब्रह्मदेव को बोरडम नहीं होता, ही इज गोइंग ऑन एंजॉयिंग लीलास. जैसे हम भी सुबह दोपहर अलग अलग क्लासेस लगाते जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट है चिनोत्युत्पादयत्यत्ति निहंत्या सृजति क्रमात् सततं रात्रिहानिव निवर्तन्ते नरं प्रति. सेम एज इट वाज सेड, नरं प्रति नितरां वर्तन्ते. Continuously for the human being these things go on happening. Satatam ratri haniva, like ratra or subha ki tarah. The same shloka actually, which was in 34, there it is tanoti, here it is chinoti. तो चिनोति उत्पादयति अति निहंति आसृजति क्रमात् नरम प्रति सततम रात्रि हानि. लाइक द डे के बाद नाइट, नाइट के बाद डे आ जाता है, उसी तरह सुख एंड दुख एंड लाभ एंड हानि एंड जय एंड पराजय, then the respect and disrespect, health and ill health, friends and enemies, the whole world is made like that. विधाता ने ऐसे बनाया जगत. जगत को, जगत का अर्थ ही द ऑपोजिट थिंग्स, द्वंद्वास. Then last but one shloka, last but two. Avirbhava tiro bhava bhagino bhava bhaginah janasya sthiratam yanti napado na cha sampadaha. So avirbhava tiro bhava bhaginah bhava bhaginah. So the people who are in this world, the samsarins, avirbhava and tirobhava. Avirbhava is born and tirobhava is dying. They born and they are dying continuously, the beings on this earth. Therefore, in between these two, the Avirbhava, the birth and Tirubhava, death, Janasya, Sthiratam Yanti, na. There is no Sthirata in these things also. What are they? Apadaha, Nacha Sampadaha. Neither the Apadas, difficulties, problems continuously stay, nor the Sampadas, the successes and happinesses also. तो birth हुआ तो death हुआ, बीच में भी संपद हुआ, विपद भी हुआ. Like the day comes, goes, night comes, goes. In that way, Ayurbhava Tirobhava Bhaginah Bhava Bhaginah Janasya Sthiratam Yanti na Apadaha na cha Sampada. इसलिए समता we have to maintain. दुख में भूलो नहीं, सुख सुख में झूलो नहीं. So when the sukha comes, know that it will not be permanent. So don't go jump out of the skin. When the dukkha comes, understand it's also not permanent. It goes. Therefore, don't feel so low about it. Even the mrityu comes. So what? Another life will come. Let us be excited about the new venture, new adventure. Let's see where the Lord will put us. And thank God He will make us forget all our earlier life things. ये विचित्र है ना, भगवान सब भुलवाते हैं हमसे अगले जन्म में. And in yoga bhasha, we have seen कि some of the yoga siddhis में बताया कि you can know one soul and the others so many janmas also. That means there's a proof to stay. Say that the life continues one after the other, janma and marana. There are some people, the नास्तिक they say कि किसने देखा अगले जन्म यही है, अब खाओ पियो मौज करो, उसके किसी को भी लूटो मारो खाटो. यावत जीवेत सुखम जीवेत दृढ़ कृत्वा घृतम विवेद. इस तरह चार वाक होते हैं. But no, the jiva continues. but we don't know. But never mind. So birth and death, in between everything uncertain. Avirbhava tirobhava bhaginaha bhava bhagina. Bhava bhagina means samsarins. They are all definitely born and die. In between also sampada, apada, the like such pairs of opposite also go on going and coming. This sampada apad baat to very vichitra, no? You can see some people within 5-10 years suddenly become karodpatis. कुछ नहीं था जोबड़ बट the other way around also. Those people who have so rich from the earlier tradition or lineage, lot of sampada they have from their parents, grandparents. कुछ हो जाता है सब लुट जाता है. Again they become paupers in that way. Then कालः क्रीडत्ययं प्रायः सर्वमापदिपातयन् हेला विचलिता शेष चतुराचार चंचुरः. तो हेला विचलित अशेष चतुर आचार चंचुरः कालः. The kala which wants to play the game, and at every moment it has such power to do whatever it requires. It wants such kala prayah kridati. It goes on doing its kala play krida, and in that what it does sarvam apadipatayan. Finally, though, to everyone he puts in the apada only. Apada means everything finally comes to an end. ये उसके लिए क्रीड़ा है. इसमें very interesting is what chatura achara chanchura means what, even those who are the chatura intelligent they think, even उनको भी डरा कर काल जो है ना उनको क्या है ना, even them also it makes them get frightened or thwart all their expectations etc. व्यक्ति he may be chatura. Chatura means intelligent, powerful, money power, political power, people power, सारा है. But even that person also, that with all his confidence at one stage, when Kala उनके खिलाफ हो जाता है ना, he himself also become विचलित. चतुरों को भी विचलित करता है काला, विचलित करता है चतुरों को विचलित. You could see that no, that Russian president a year back, जब पता ऐसा लगा कि इसको कैंसर है करके इनको विचलित हो गया बेचारा, बस करा क्या पता नहीं, डोंट नो, और फिर से ठीक ठाक है वो. With all his powers. In China also. Some coup they started trying. Immediately he just took the action. डर भी गया, एक्शन लेकर जो जो भी थे उनको खत्म ही कर दिया उसने, किसी को पता ही नहीं दुनिया में. बिग बिग कंट्रीज में जाके क्या खेलते हैं, वी डोंट नो. एग्जाम्पल्स के लिए दो टू थिंक हाइएस्ट चतुरा आल्सो काल. इस चतुर में सब आएंगे, ज्ञानी संत महात्मा, किसी का ठिकाना नहीं होता इस जगत में. विथ ऑल मई आवर चातुर्य वी कांट बी इटर्नल हियर. मीन्स क्या है, काल के समाने हमारा दाल गलता नहीं. लाइक यू से इन हिंदी ना, some saying is there if I am not wrong in using that proverb at right place. कहते हैं ना कि मेरे सामने तुम्हारा नहीं चलता, ऐसी बात काल के सामने किसी की चतुरता नहीं चलेगी. So in that way, now the last श्लोक of this sarga, sama vishama vipakato vibhinna त्रिभुवन भूत परंपरा फलौघा समय पवन पातिता पतंति प्रतिदिनम आतत संस्रुति द्रुमेभ्यः. वाह, मैं तो भाग रहा हूँ विथ ऑल माई गिल्ट एंड रिग्रेट इनसाइड. दैट एवरी श्लोका शुड बी एक्सप्लेन फॉर 1 hour. वी आर गोइंग फास्ट, बट फिर भी आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, बस बढ़ना है, पूरा देखना है टेक्स्ट. सो सम विषम विपाकतः विभिन्नाः त्रिभुवन भूत परंपरा. इन द 3 bhuvanas, the worlds, the bhuta parampara, all the beings, they are like phala ugaha. They are like the bunches of fruits. What sort of fruits? Sama vishama vipakatah vibhinna. They are different from each other. Some are sama vipakaha, other are vishama vipakaha. 3 तरह के ना, कच्चे हैं, पके हैं और बहुत ज्यादा पक चुके हैं. The 3 types of the fruits that are there. है ना, absolutely raw, ripened and ready to consume. Or too ripened. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सम विषम विपाक. विपाक मीन्स वो जो है ना फल वगैरह फ्रक्टिफाई होना. The meaning of that you have understood. Sama Vishama Vipaka means some are absolute at the lowest level, some are mediocrely matured, some are highly matured. Fruits. So, Sama Vishama Vipakatah Vibhinnaha Tribhuvana Bhuta Parampara Phala Oga. And these are all phalas, let us say, on this three word named tree. What is happening to that? Samaya Pavana Patitaha Padanti. Because of the heavy winds called as काल और समय समय पवन पातिता हिट वैट पतंती प्रतिदिनम आतत संस्कृति द्रुमेभ्य. From these trees of the samsara, the fruits of beings are continuously falling, hit by the wind named kala, whether they are samavipaka or vishamavipaka. No good example, no? हम सबको ये पता है लाइक मैंगो का सीजन है. अब सडनली हेवी विंड्स आ गए मानो, तो फ्रॉम दोज ट्रीज मैंगो ग्रूव्स में नॉट दैट ओनली द पके हुए फल, अभी जो कच्चे हैं इतने वो भी गिर जाते उस हवा के कारण. एवरी ऑफ नो एप्पल का आप देखोगे ना, ब्यूटीफुल एप्पल का जो भी कहते हो आप, वंडरफुल. आई हैव एंजॉयड हरसिल वगैरह आल्सो, एंड विच इज अदर प्लेस शिमले में 2 रात गुजारा हमने इनसाइड. वो पूरा क्या था, फार्म हाउस नहीं, समथिंग ए टेंटिंग प्लेस. टेंट्स आर पुट देयर फॉर द यात्रीज. तो इतने हैव सीन द वाइट एप्पल्स, वाइट नॉट पूरा वाइट है, वाइटिश, देन ग्रीनिश वाले, लाल वाले, इतने सारे, मोर देन द लीव्स द फ्रूट्स वर देयर. सच थिंग्स एनी वन ऑफ द हेवी विंड्स कम, नो डिस्क्रिशन की यार एनीथिंग विच इज पूरा पके हो वही गिरे, नाट दादा होने ऐसा नहीं होता. अब अमरूद का पेड़ का भी आप देखो, वी हैव सीन लकीली आम का, अमरूद का, एप्पल का, ये सारे हम वी हैव एंजॉयड इन आवर चाइल्डहुड. एंड सीताफल वाला जो शरीफा कहते थे, कस्टर्ड एप्पल, तो बोरी बोरी भर कर ले आते थे. देन पुट देम इन द पत्तल वगैरह में, देन पक जाते कभी. एवरी डे 7, 8, 10, कभी एक ही बार 20, 40 दिन पड़ोसियों को भी देना. सो फ्रॉम दिस संस्कृति ट्री, the fruits named beings, whether they are fructified or not, but hit by the winds of Kala, they keep on falling continuously. Iti. In this way, Arshya Vaashishtha Maha Valmiki Vairagya Prakaranam SARVA BHAVA AVIRATHA VIPARYASA PRATHIPADANam Nama Ashtavimsha SARGA. So everything in the world is going to have viparyasa continuously. Therefore, don't trust it, accept it. Your attention should be on that which is permanent all the time. Tomorrow we'll see this 29th Sarga and 33 ho gaya. Then this first Vairagya Prakaranam will be over. Then we go to the Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakarana. And there comes अभी तक श्री राम जी बोली जा रहे हैं ना, फिर आगे जा करके वशिष्ठ जी का बोलना शुरू हो जाएगा. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. That is why in the markets also the fruits are 2 types sold. फर्क बहुत होता है रेट में. Today I went, I asked how much is this fruit. He said this much. I said I can't afford. सस्ता है क्या दिखाओ. Then he showed एक दो पीछे था एक रेडी में, ये सारे आगे well placed. Then what is that variety? I asked him. उसमें ये सारे variety होते हैं, he said, but cost is almost कितना 3/4 only, even less 60% था वो. मैंने पूछा ऐसा कैसा क्यों फर्क है. He says इसको तोड़ के पकाया, वो सब गिर गए थे जी पेड़ से. मैंने कहा गिरे या तोड़े, मेरे कुछ पैसे बच रहे. I went and bought them. देखो भगवान को लगा. So I just remembered it is written here, no? Because the winds, the fruits will fall. है ना, कच्चे हैं जो भी है. fruits, really they know okay at what size they are there. Take out and they know after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days होता है. कुछ हवा से गिर जाते हैं immature fruits. They won't taste that much. All that. Anyway, example हो गया. Now let us do our arati. Tomorrow we'll be having what 29th sarga. Narayana. ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति तस्य भासो सर्वमिदं विभा नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय तन्नो दासरथाय विद्महे सीता तन्नो राम प्रचोदयात् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मनो सर्वलोकशरण्याय साधनोपाय मङ्गलं नमो ब्रह्मादिदेव बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय. श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई समस्त श्रुति देवता गण की जय. समस्त श्रुति स्मृतिता शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज ज्ञानंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. Thank you for giving this pleasure, my dear respected sadhakas, that we are able to go through this text. Thank you. Join in 5 minutes.